So, Stepping Out on Faith is the title, and the subtitle is Totally Trusting God. So I'm going to start off with Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. When I tell you, I don't think I've ever told, but I started posting on Facebook every day as a daily inspiration for me. Because let's go ahead and be honest. Sometime when you go to work, you need that word so you won't catch a case. I mean, if we could just be real and transparent. And so even in things going through in life, or if I'm questioning God and I'm like, God, why is this? Why do people do this? I'm such below the surface thinker. I've always been that way, very independent. Anyhow, so I would post on Facebook and post. And what I would do is go back and I would just read what it was that God gave me for that morning so it can keep me going through to get through work or whatnot. And so anywho, God had placed in my spirit probably about a little over a year ago to start recording these. He really did. And I made every excuse in the book. People used to come to me and they'll say, hey, Shan, why have you ever thought about recording what you're doing? And I'm just like, I don't know about that. That's too much. I'm not going to lie. There was fear that was talking. I don't know. And then people would come to me and say, oh my God, thank you so much for what you posted on today. Oh my God, thank you for that encouraging word. I needed that. I would get messages in my inbox for people to say, hey, can you pray with me? I'm going through this and blah, blah, blah. People I have not seen in years. And I'm like, wow. I never would have thought that something that I did for myself to encourage myself would have blessed so many people. So I had someone ask me about Periscope. I was like, no, I can't do no. What is Periscope? I mean, I'm starting to feel like the more seasoned people who don't know all these little social media things that these kids are doing. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, in reality, I really just didn't want to figure it out. But then again, that fear came in. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I said, you know what? I was walking with a friend, Shirley Latour. I hope she don't kill me for saying her name. Awesome woman of God. And she was saying, Shan, why don't you use FaceTime Live? Girl, no, I don't want to do that. I was like, no, I think about it. I pray on it. And so she was like, Shan, what is your reasons? And so I shared with her, I pointed out some of the imperfections that I see in myself as my reason, not really remembering the fact that God was the one that told me to do it a year ago. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. And I wasn't doing it for myself. Trust and believe, because I still go back and I watch it and I listen to it. So I said, let me go ahead and just step out on faith. Went ahead, stepped out on faith, did the Facebook Live. After I have friends that would share my post and I didn't know. And they were like, Shan, you need to do this. Make it public so other people can see it and we can share this word. And I'm like, what? Make it public? No, And then I had a friend said, girl, you know what? She was like, you really need to go on this radio station. And I'm like, no. I said, how about I go ahead and see God and then I got to get permission from my husband. I was like, no, I don't know about that. That's too much. And so she was like, Shan, no, really. So I end up going to the KRGN anniversary celebration, which was awesome in Killeen, Texas. When I tell you, even being stationed here in the military, I've never ever in Killeen see people stand in the middle of the park and give God all glory, honor, and praise. I was set back. That thing was so awesome, and I can't wait to the next one. So she introduced me to a radio personality and was like, hey, this is the person that I've been sharing your videos with. What? Like, what? What? I was like, oh Lord. So he was like, ma'am, you're welcome to come on the show, blah, blah, blah. I was like, let me go ahead and I'm going to pray about that thing. And I got to get permission from my husband. Basically saying, I'm scared. I'm just going to keep 100. So Next thing I know, the person that she introduced me to ended up under the tent because I was there as a vendor. And I was like, oh, sir, what'd you say your name was? He said his name. I said, this is my husband, my business manager. You know, I was just playing. And I told my husband his name. Well, they got to talking for probably about 2 hours. And things like that. So I'm saying, sir, you know, well, what time do I need to be there? Whatever the case may be. And he was like, be there at this time at this location. I'm like, what? And he said, oh, and by the way, I want your husband to be on the show too. Now, I told all that to say this. God will place things in our heart and our spirit for us to do, but we won't step out on faith and do it. One thing that I promised God in January of this year, I said, God, anything that you have for me to do, any door that you have open, I said, I will step out and I will do it. Not that I may get the glory, but that God will get the glory. And see, when I was in Bible study last night and I was thinking about how awesome God is, I thought about haters. I don't know why I thought about haters, because I'm the type of person, I really don't care what people think about me, because my mentality is people can't help me get into heaven, but they sure can't try to help push you into hell if you allow them to. So I said, okay, God, I said, okay. Haters. See, God placed each and every one of us on this earth for a reason. God placed a plan down in us. He birthed a plan. He puts a plan. He plants a seed in us for us to do his will. But see, he'll even give us the vision and we won't even step out on faith and do it. But what we will do is we'll go ahead and hate on somebody else. You see what I'm saying? That God has given the vision to. That person that trusts God, totally trusts God and step out on faith. Then we want to hate on them. Then we want to tell them that they can't do it instead of encouraging them. Am I ringing the bell? Am I sweeping around somebody's front porch? I really believe I am. So instead of you getting upset with your brother, your sister for stepping out on faith and you wishing and well with your mouth, but in your heart, you really hoping that they will fail. You may need to seek God for yourself. You may need to go ahead and birth that seed that he has down in you. Don't hinder somebody else from that which would, I mean, like I said, and anybody that know me, I'm going to keep it 150 because guess what? It's only two that I'm concerned about. That's God in heaven and that's my husband on earth. You see what I'm saying? So if you're one of those people that you try to go and discourage people, please know and believe, even if you're speaking with your mouth, God give people the spirit of discernment. He sure do. And it's some people, like, I look at some people and they, oh, sis, you know, I hope you make it. You know, just like with our business. Me and my husband, God gave me the vision. I shared it with my husband. Me and my husband opened that business, but that business is not for us. The business is to help build the community. It's ultimately to help bring people to God. You see what I'm saying? But you got people with your mouth that was telling me, oh, Shan, standing in the studio. You heard me? Oh, Shan, this is nice. Da-da. But in their spirit, God was saying, this person don't mean you no good. So what I'm saying is when God gives you something for you to birth, and that's just for you. That's not for you to push your idea off on somebody else. When God gives you something to birth it. If you don't know how to do it, seek ye first. Matthew 6:33. Seek God. That's what you need to do. Because when things are of God, let me show you how it's worked for me. When things are of God, that door is all the way open. I don't have to fight to make it happen. I don't have to beg nobody to make it happen. Trust and believe. Beauty is my business studio. We didn't beg nobody to make it happen. God showed me the vision. He told me to write it and make it plain, which I did, as it says in Habakkuk. And went ahead and did that thing. And we didn't do that for anybody in the Killeen and Fort Hood area. We did that for God, and God has been blessing that thing ever since. So I don't know who this is for on today, that God has gave you a vision, but guess what? Don't be old. Don't be 70 years old talking about, oh, and yeah, in my younger days, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda, did all that. No. Because one thing that I can say about Chantrell King, you best believe I leap out on faith. I don't jump out on stuff when God didn't give me to do it. I leap out on faith. So whoever this is for, you might want to go ahead and step out on faith. You might want to do that because you got to trust and believe God got you. And if you know somebody that they always secretly hating, they always trying to bring you down, then maybe you want to go ahead and share this because, this is not scripted. I always pray, God, when I open my mouth, you speak. So if this is hitting you right off in here, then it might be for you. Guess what, everybody? Y'all go ahead and have a blessed day, and I'll be back with you on tomorrow.